I've noticed at least some of you haven't finished leveling up yet.
I think I have? I'm pretty sure I have.
I definitely have.
Have I not on this sheet? Ah, that's why. Okay.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, I need to grab my book. Hold on a second.
Because I
updated
leveled up my
thing on
personal
here.
sheet, but I forgot to update this one.
Yeah, that's the one that runs all the scripts, so it's kind of important.
Yeah.
Well, it's not as important for me because I mostly just use spells.
Yeah.
But it
And
is
also my
important
upgrade
for
didn't
my
really
skills.
add a whole lot, so.
Honestly, as a bard, it's also important to you because now all of your non-proficient stuff is +2.
Yep, that is true.
Yeah. Also, I know I don't
Although
get
it
it
doesn't
until
take
next
that
level,
into
but
account for my abilities things anyway. But
Well, I guess I can continue listening to last week's session then.
All right, well, a month has passed since you returned to Vienna, and you've spent some time settling in, getting relatives new jobs, various other tasks. So, if there's anything you'd like to share about what you've been up to, feel free to explain to the rest of the party how your month has been going.
I solved all the city's problems. No big deal. No big deal.
Unless I can have gone up to the place where the druid who is teaching me druidic is living, and learn more druidic than
The Dryad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I assume
that's
that
right.
I've
The
been-
dryad. That's right. Okay, yeah. I've just been learning more. I've just been learning more druidic then. I'm
I
almost
assume that
done.
I can learn more halfling. I don't really know how much halfling I've learned, to be honest.
Well,
I went on Panty Raid.
he is more right than you know.
I've heard all about it.
But well, it's basically up to you to keep track, but it is 250 days spent on training to learn a new kit or to learn a new language.
Yeah, I've actually been keeping track of that. I have 198 days of druidic training in me.
Okay, sorry. How long did we spend last time in Vienna, like before our expedition?
Wasn't it like
4 months?
4 months, okay, so I've got 5 months down.
And let's just say that the calendar is very regular here on this planet, so every month is always 30 days.
That's very convenient.
It's super convenient, actually.
So I have learned on this day that there is a button in the settings in Roll20 to forcibly reconnect to the chat.
Then sorry, what was the total number of days that we needed?
250.
Okay. I'm getting close.
Yeah, I'm less than 2 months away from learning druidic entirely. And then I can start learning Sylvan.
No, that's appropriation.
Look at these nerds learning other languages.
Look, I'm just trying to become a better ruler.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
What?
You don't know what I did, but you're welcome.
Oh, I probably know what you did. Also, you're welcome because I fucking paid you, so don't fucking act all superior.
I was too busy
Pay me
dealing
for
with
the job I fucking did, and I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, I paid you for the job you did. Even though you deliberately withheld information that endangered us, I still paid you the full amount that you were promised. So
It's fine. We didn't have to deal with the white dragon. It's fine.
No, we just had to deal with the red one.
I
That
still
one
got his
wasn't my fault.
bones.
The red one was younger than the one that bit the frost giant's head off.
It was pretty fucking metal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
Terrifying,
like
but metal.
like that's universally agreed.
Mm-hmm. All right, so before we get to the main event, I also have the sort of party interlude things that I did last time.
Mm-hmm.
So, Aurelia, a noble lord whose opinion you respect, has asked you at the very last minute to attend a ball at his estate. You are expected to show up with a +1, although whether that's a date or a friend is up to you. You have no time to track down a fellow noble, so which party member do you bring along?
Fuck.
That is a rigged fucking question.
Oh no, I accidentally deleted Lake's Pog. I dragged it
Link
back
would
in.
be awful to bring to that kind of thing anyway.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
Like,
I'm
of
sorry.
anyone-
Is there one of you that wouldn't be awful to bring to that kind
I
of
was
thing?
gonna say, Grenache would be the best behaved.
Yes.
That's probably true.
Yes.
Grenache is the goodest boy.
Nash is the only good boy here.
Would Grenache like to go?
Well, Aurelia's. Oh, well, she's a good
Can
girl.
we say that Sariel is still hanging around somewhere?
Nah.
Is Lorem in town?
Oh, no,
shit, yeah, I forgot.
he rested for a day and then teleported back to Okar.
What a nerd.
Dang.
Yeah, what a nerd living in Okar.
Dork.
Yeah, who want to
Um,
live there? That's weird.
If I have to bring a party member, then I suppose I will take Grunash.
And I suppose I'll pull out my robes, at least look presentable.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Actually, no, don't pull out your own robes. I'll have something fitted.
Yeah,
if
just
possible.
have
I mean,
something made for Grenache. That is
Just
otherwise a bad
We
idea.
probably don't have time to have something made, but I could probably find something that would be more suitable than whatever he owns.
I mean, to be fair, it's a choice between bringing Lily, who is angry, bringing Lake, who refuses to wear shoes,
Lily
or
was
Grenache.
angry and also hates the rich.
Well, yes.
Yes, you guys both hate your betters. I mean, Grenache might too, but not as.
not as outward about it.
Yeah.
Also, Lily has sticky fingers.
Yeah, Jesus. There's no fucking way I would bring either of you. So,
So process of elimination, which is why I said fuck when the question
Yeah.
was posed.
As I said, Grenache is the goodest boy.
All right. How about you come up with a faux pas that Grenache makes during the date? During the event, I mean.
definitely
No,
not a
this is
date.
not a date, no.
It is technically a date in that it occurs on a calendar. That's all I meant.
That is true.
That's the only one that applies.
Sorry, which one of us? Me or him?
Oh, I don't know. Get creative. Either one. Whoever comes up with something first.
I feel like Grenache would be the one to make the faux pas, but yeah.
I don't want to.
He makes
Oh,
the
yeah.
faux pas, but it's Aurelia's culture.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to put things in Grenache's hands.
If anything is going to happen, it's likely that Grenache would just take offense to something that's said against him. And he would pipe up about it.
Yeah, that could be the faux pas. Is not. You know what? I'm pretty sure that one of the things about Viana and one of the things about these balls with the nobles and everything is, often people are looking for ways to subtly insult each other in the most polite way possible. So I think what probably happens is someone does that to Grenache, and he probably doesn't realize that you're supposed to be subtle right back, and instead calls them out. How does that sound?
Sounds perfectly in line with Grenache. He does not do subtlety when it comes to insults.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
there you go.
Just for fun, make an attack roll.
Oh,
Grenache.
oh dear.
Are you sure?
I don't think it's a literal attack roll.
Yeah, we're not
punch him.
going to roll initiative or get any real deep into this. Just roll an attack roll.
Just punch a hole through a man, it's fine.
Okay. Someone's going to the fucking hospital now. Okay.
All right, you clear the table and hit the centerpiece
So man,
with the
now I'm just-
person's body.
Oh my god. Please don't make me execute Grenache. Then I'll be stuck in a party with those two and no one else.
So man, I'm just thinking about the date thing, and I'm just thinking there's nobody in the world good enough for Aurelia.
I mean, if
Very possibly.
I mean, if the idea of execution came up, Grenache would be like, just try to make that happen.
Don't do that. Actually, do not tempt fate ever.
Well, sorry, I gotta restrain the cat. It's really interested in this Jimmy John's wrapper.
No, that's fine. I have one in my armpit right now.
A Jimmy John's rapper?
No. Is there even a Jimmy John's around here?
I don't even know what Jimmy John's is.
It's a sub place.
Sandwiches. But fortunately, enough of the nobles get a good laugh out of this. Plus, the guy Grenache punches is widely considered to be an asshole. So,
So there's an upside to this. Excellent.
So, I was correct. There are no Jimmy John's in Rhode Island.
Wow.
It's most of
Mine's
them,
not
actually.
even real.
well, not every franchise has universal coverage.
Do you know
It's
Rhode Island
there also
isn't
no
even an
Kroger's
island?
here. It has multiple islands.
But it's not itself an island.
No, it's multiple islands. But also, it is part of the mainland.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Anyway.
So,
Yeah, Grenache does relax if the mood around him just goes into jovial laughter about it. So
oh no, they wouldn't all burst into laughter. That would be too gauche. But you do get the impression after the fact that charges will not be filed.
It's true. Most nobility.
That would be
doesn't
even
have
more
that fun.
gauche.
Most.
Well, honestly, no. Nobles really like executing their, execution privileges. Right. Anyway, moving on. Grenache, your time with your father, the monk, has inspired you to delve further into your clerical studies.
Mhm.
However, the going is rough since no one in the local sea elf community has any formal training as a priest. As such, a lot of your progress is individual study and solitary prayer. At times, you have to ask anyone, for advice. So, which of your party members do you ask?
I'd probably speak to Lake.
All right, I'm sorry. Asking opinion about what exactly? I had to deal with something real quick.
Well, religious studies, but specifics are up to Tiamos.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Thing is with Grenache, he knows that he's got a lot of pent-up anger within himself. I mean, case in point, previous scenario.
Worth it.
That he wants to try and understand essentially what would be the ideal when it comes to focusing away from channeling aggression and focusing more on, let's say, the preserving of life or protecting others. What would be more in line with what Lake believes or what is what the mother tree believes, or just anything of that nature?
Honestly, Lake doesn't know too much about the Mother Tree's credo, which is why they always sort of get offended when they're called a cleric or a druid or something, because, like, they're not really spiritually in touch with what the Mother Tree wants as a goddess,
Yeah,
etc.
which is why it's kind of whether not not specific whether it's your opinion or the mother tree's opinion or whatever.
And also, Lake has mostly just been about, like, from day one of becoming a warlock. It's just about, like, personal survival. So, like, they're not, like, the best person to ask, but they would, like, say that just, like, channeling aggression into, like, a different way would probably be better. Like, you can use all that nice angry energy to help, like, heal people, I guess. Like, just
Do something constructive.
yeah, constructive anger as opposed to destructive anger. You can get a lot of, like, building a home done if you're just angry and don't think about anything else.
So focused anger rather than.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
Just glad you didn't ask Lily about managing anger.
I think that's why he went to Lake and not Lily.
Well, I don't know. Lily's got some constructive outlets too.
They mostly involve people's kidneys, though, is the thing.
Or their possessions. Or both.
Or both.
All right. Lake, when you get your double vision from earlier, you have to tell one party member first, because everybody's scattered around. Who is it, and what exactly do you say?
Honestly, I would tell Aurelia first because it involves other elves. And I know she's not completely an elf, like, even like, as far as half-elf goes, she's actually a ladrin, but she's the closest thing to an elf in this party currently. So I would
think about it. She's actually more of an elf than most elves.
Okay, well.
Well, the ego certainly is.
Yes.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah. So, like, Lake would tell Aurelia first, and he would tell her basically what he's going to tell, or what they're going to tell the rest of the party later. Like, pretty much as exact as they can get down, detail wise, with the vision, which I've already posted in Hank. But for the people watching this, Lake had a vision where the Mother Tree and the Illithids were talking to them at the same time. The Mother Tree wants them to go to the Dark Elves to try and get the corruption out of her, whereas the Illithids are trying to say, "Hey, we've got bigger fish to fry. All of existence is at stake. Come visit us instead." And Lake pretty much thinks that the Illithids are full of bullshit, and but that's essentially what they're going to be.
You got the two big villains of the campaign both talking to you at the same time. Right?
Exactly. Yes.
I
am more inclined to go help the Mother Tree, though, as opposed to the squid assholes who are basically causing the world to end in 11 months.
Yeah.
Well, not directly, but yes.
I mean, even Aurelia has to admit that the squid faces are more of a threat than the Mother Tree is.
Yeah, Mother Tree's been around for over 10,000 years.
Exactly. It's obviously playing the long game, so we can afford to wait before destroying it.
Just the new neighbors in the neighborhood fucking suck.
They're driving down the property values. God damn it.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's basically all they're going to tell Aurelia. about the vision, and then go, I think we should go help the elves because fuck the squid heads.
All right. Last off, Lily. There's no point in being the best thief in the world if no one knows about it, so you have a bad habit of boasting about some of the jobs you've pulled. Which party member do you trust to listen when you tell them about your latest heist without ratting you out?
So I could rub it in Aurelia's face, but also Lake would be the best listener.
Yeah, they would.
Aurelia's probably gonna learn at some point anyway, given what I did, but still.
And keep in mind, you don't have to talk about your latest heist. It's just the one that
Oh.
So,
I mean,
just give a heist to describe to Lake.
I mean, I think I'm gonna do the latest heist because it's worth talking about.
yes, I've heard it out of character, but I would love to hear it explained in character.
So basically, these halflings, they asked me to take care of some councilman, some rich dude. I don't know. So what I did is I broke into his house, which you like you do. And I stole his clothes, but there were some complications. There was an army of unseen servants, and I also may have burst open the door to his wife's room while she was fucking a younger man, and then played loud sex noises next to him to wake him up.
This is all in
Weird,
character.
I know.
All of this laughing is in character.
I mean, it's fine. He had an outburst, the guards moved, and I got away with all his clothes. It was wonderful.
Oh God! Oh, that's
They're
amazing.
also really fucking ugly.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was fun.
It
There are
sounds
a lot
like
of
it.
good 5th level spells for bards. Sorry, that was an unrelated comment.
No. I mean, that's the story.
The story's over, and
Hair down.
Lake's probably gonna buy you a drink because of that. Holy shit!
It was worth it.
Let's go find some cheap ass wine and get drunk off of it or something. I mean, do you like wine? I like wine, but I don't know about you.
Prefer not to drink.
Oh, fair enough.
Not that there's anything wrong with partying. Just makes my life easier as a thief to not be drunk.
Fair enough.
God.
Designated cut purse for every party.
Exactly. Look, drunks are really easy to rob. It's fine.
All right. Well, that's all the preliminary stuff I had. So, what do you choose to do now that you have this knowledge?
Yeah, I'd would be telling everybody about the vision at this point. And their sentiment is the same with everybody. Fuck the squid heads, let's help the elves.
Yeah, they're squid heads. I would never trust something with the face of a fish.
I mean, considering they're the things that have been set against us from the very beginning, since we met,
Speak for yourself.
I'll speak for 3 of us at least. I'm all for getting rid of the squid fucks. Mother Tree, whatever, not my thing, but to hell with those other fucking things.
Cool, we're all in agreement then. Fuck the squid heads.
Do not fuck the squid heads.
Yeah, it's sort of
No.
weird. It doesn't really seem to a choice. I'm wondering if there's some hidden factor here, but
I mean,
whatever.
they kind of claim that they are protecting all of existence, and they haven't technically lied to us yet, but at the same time, they're assholes, and I hate them.
Also, they are by nature manipulators.
Yes, that too.
Also, it's not them who are about to end everything. At least as of the moment.
Yeah, but it's indirectly because of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of them we've been hunted.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure they had something to do with that fucking, like, giant thing at the bottom of the ocean, too. I don't know how exactly, but I'm pretty sure
That thing at the bottom of the ocean, the entire Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the entire Adventurers Guild was at the bottom of the ocean.
It's true.
They're the ones that sent us there, and then when we didn't die to that, we were sent on another mission.
The Adventurers Guild didn't send us there. We sent ourselves there after the Adventurers Guild failed to do anything, but...
To be fair, the Adventurers Guild sucks.
Yes, they do.
They also sent another group that could have gone to their death.
Yeah. Like, everything about this...
What's happening?
Everything
What
about
happened
them
with this
just screams, fuck the squid heads. So, fuck the squid
Basically,
heads.
yeah.
Let's go
guy? By the
help.
way, what happened to that other party? Have we kept in touch with them at all?
We haven't run into them in a while, I don't think.
Is that something
I
we
mean,
could find out?
I don't go out of my way to talk to them. I just am on friendly terms with them when we do meet up.
Yeah.
Well, you could always have the court wizard cast a message spell.
Is that the sound a message spell makes right there?
Sorry. That's my alarm. To remind me that this is going. I'm guessing that comes with the cost.
But yes, Aurelius court wizard could cast a message spell. You don't have to meet the target of a message directly. You just have to know enough to understand the unique person. So a name and a description.
Yeah.
Which one was the
The leader
was
the barbarian, but honestly, I think the wizard would probably be the better choice to.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because that way then, at least the wizard would know what spell's being used.
Yeah,
You know,
Harrington is his name.
Harrington.
Yes.
Yeah, just send a message, just checking in, making sure your group is okay.
All right. The wizard explains that you can send up to 25 words with a single spell, and they will have 25 words with which to respond.
God, the proto IM.
It's basically even more shit Twitter.
Yeah.
Although less Nazis use it, so I'm guessing that's a plus.
I mean, anyone can use it, so I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair,
Yeah, you
Nazis
can't
probably don't
ban.
exist in this universe.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's direct messaging.
Yeah. Anyway. It's kind of like shitty Skype.
Slides
to
into your
begin with.
DMs.
Yeah. Just a message to go in. Hey, Brunash here. Checking up on how things are with you. Any news?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Well, the wizard listens for a bit, and then he says, this is Harrington. Things have been going well. Lots of paying jobs. No weird superiors. No weird stuff from the superiors.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, good. So, things are just on get back on track. Okay, brilliant. I thanked the cult wizard. And we move on. I think. Anything else?
No, I can't think of anything else. You need to figure out where these dark elves are, though. Like, I know they're underground, but underground covers a lot of, surface. Believe it or not.
Well, hang on.
You know what I mean.
Well, I'm not going to have you roll for this because it's pretty common knowledge. But the dwarves originally came from the Underdark.
Thing is, we
As,
only
as a race, they all lived underground, deep underground, but they came up to the surface on the peninsula where they still live. And have been there ever since.
Oh, you know who we can
thing is,
ask
we only
about
know
this?
one dwarf.
We can ask Olgaroth about this.
Who?
The dwarven wizard who we helped with deal with the goo stuff.
Oh, I forgot he had a name.
Yeah, Lake didn't. I did, but Lake didn't.
Okay, so how about we?
You send a message to Olgaroth.
Yeah,
Ask him about it. Uh,
All right.
how about you cover this one, Lick,
Yeah.
since you seem to be in the know about what's going on
Yeah.
for this one.
I give a brief description and a name of Olgaroth, and I say, this is Lake. Need some info. How would we best get to the Dark Elves, from Viana? If not, if you don't know, where would you know? I mean, where would you know?
Where are Dark Elves?
Yeah, where are Dark Elves?
Please explain.
I mean, I that's exactly 25 words.
Just
Okay.
carrying it out on your fingers as you do it.
I was doing that actually.
Yeah, because the wizard's writing this down as you say it and helping you figure out the right number. But once he gets your full message, he repeats it back as the message spell, listens for a moment, and says, well, he seems to think that the best solution is to talk with him in person. I'm inclined to agree. It's a little more information than 25 words can provide.
Yeah.
The second half of his message was the coordinates for his teleportation circle, so
Cool.
Oh, that's handy.
I can help with that.
Okay, but I like the idea of him just sending a long string of message spells.
Yeah, but then the problem is we'd have to reply with at least one word, be it cool.
Just okay every time.
Okay.
No, you don't have to reply.
Oh, okay.
No, I just like the idea now of sending the response K to every single one.
Goddamn spam.
I showed you my
message
flame
being
tongue. Please respond.
All right. So, incidentally, instead of starting out with 5 basic healing potions, you may now all start out with 5 greater healing potions,
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
which are 4d4 plus 4.
You are welcome.
moving up in the world.
So is that 5 each or?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Cool. Being level 9 has its perks.
Also, hey guys, guess what? I got another spell that can actually deal damage, and it isn't concentration.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I meant to say before we started, I ended up not taking contact other plane because it wasn't as useful as I thought. So instead, I took scrying, and then I bought a $1,000 crystal ball because I had to.
That must be some good ass glass.
Well, it's the Middle Ages, so the fact that it's a clear crystal ball.
True,
And-
you're right.
fairly sizable too.
Big ass orb.
Orb.
Yep. So, you suit up for your excursion into the Underdark, and just so you have an idea of what might be down there, let's have a history roll from everybody. See how much you've studied.
Oh boy, history. That thing
Oh,
Lake
no.
is great at.
Jesus. To be fair, though, it's perfectly in character.
Okay, Aurelia?
Oh, sorry. I got distracted. What?
Roll
History check.
history check to see what we know about the
Oh.
Underdark.
It's under and it's very dark.
Yeah.
Once again, these roles all seem pretty fitting.
All right. Yeah, Lily, you were not aware that there's such a thing as an Underdark. This is all news to you.
Why
Lake?
obsessed with the underground when you're stealing above?
Lake, you are aware that there's an Underdark because you heard about the Dark Elves during your time with the regular elves.
Okay.
Grenache, you've been actually doing some studying lately because your god is a god of knowledge. And so you found out that the Underdark is composed of essentially gaps and caves created by the slowly moving roots of the Great Mother Tree. Because of these roots, the underground caverns supposedly cross the entire planet. And not all of them are connected, but enough of them are that there's been this entire communities of creatures building up and trading with one another. And Aurelia, with your formal education, you are actually aware of some of the beings that live down there. Like, there's creatures called the Duergar. The Duergar are essentially dwarves who did not come up to the surface during the Great Migration. Then
Cool,
there's
so like OG dwarves.
yeah. Then there are the Dark Elves, who are sworn to protect the roots of the Great Mother Tree, the same as the Green Elves are sworn to protect the trunk and her children, the Kinta trees.
Makes sense.
Then there are also supposedly some sort of fish creature that got run out of the ocean somehow. Wasn't very...
Is that how evolution started?
You didn't find much in the records that you read about these creatures, but it rings enough bells that you realize it's talking about the Quotoa, the deep ones that you met.
The ones we fought? Oh,
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Interesting.
yeah, so
Time for a reunion.
creatures that
so.
were apparently banished from the waves.
Do I know if there are any snake people down there?
Ah, Sneeple.
Snake people, not so much. Although you,
One day we'll find the snake people.
there are the occasional legends of Nagas. Although they sort of vary about where they are found. It doesn't sound like doesn't sound like these mystical and very individualistic beings stick to any one region.
I see. Well, one day I'll get to meet one, I'm sure.
I mean, all this sounds pretty fake, but okay, I'll take your word on it.
Look, I can establish right now Aurelia's dream is to meet a snake person. I
Also-
don't know why.
Like my brain was like racking over. Like you said, deep ones. I'm like, wait, fish people, deep ones. Fish people, deep ones. Why? And I just realized, oh fuck me, it's just Shadow over Innsmouth.
Yes.
Hate it.
Shadow over Cthulhu. Spooky Cthulhu.
Oh no, that was Dagon and Hydra.
Dagon is a spooky Cthulhu.
He is a servant to Cthulhu, yeah.
No,
Or
he's a
whatever it
spooky
was.
Cthulhu.
He is a spooky
Anyway,
And but yes, both Grenache and Aurelia learn from their learn from their research that the Underdark is an extremely dangerous, savage place where food and energy is at a premium, and therefore most people you meet down there would sooner shank you and eat you than speak.
oh, so it's like the slums of Okar.
Basically.
So it's like Okar.
No, there's less political corruption.
That's fair.
Nice.
Okay then.
Also, there is something else that you learn, which is that gnomes have been spotted on every continent of the surface. And so it is hypothesized that they originated in the Underdark, the same as the dwarves.
Weird flex, but okay.
Interesting. I didn't know we knew that much about what was on other continents.
There is occasional travel, mostly magically assisted when it goes that far, but your city actually does trade with more than one continent.
Huh, neat.
It's just like an annual event when it happens.
I see. So it's like the fucking Dutch trade ship going into Japan. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. You could think of it like that, or maybe like the Silk Road in terms of being in France.
Right.
Some merchants come up with this crazy stuff you've never seen, except he comes every year. So
You've never seen it before since last year.
Well, he's
It's
the
probably
only.
different stuff from year to year.
Well, it's in the sense that he's the only person you've ever met who can find this stuff. But yes,
Give me all the pepper.
that's what you know, and you share about your knowledge of the Underdark. So after that, you go up to the Viana. Actually, you can teleport from anywhere. So you just go up to the Viana court wizard after making arrangements to put the regent back in charge, and teleport across the continent. And I don't have a splash page for this one.
I mean, it's fair enough. We didn't. You kind of probably couldn't prepare for us to be like, hey, let's go talk to this character that we talked to for one session 6 months ago.
Can't believe you're not prepared for anything. Why do we even keep you around? Don't answer that.
I actually did realize you'd be talking with him. It's just that the only image from back then was of the cavern you guys explored.
Yeah.
So I can at least do
Chilled in a
this.
cave.
Yeah, there's our buddy!
I don't know who this loser is.
No, he's great.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Let's put it this way. If Lorem was cool, this would be the result.
Ah, okay. I don't believe such a thing is possible, but okay.
It is.
I have my doubts.
Well, you step off the teleportation pad in the same room that you first met Ulgaroth the first time. And for Torpid's benefit, the room is on the small side. the roof is actually pretty low, although it's still fairly high by your standards. There is absolutely no decoration on the walls. It has been all carved and smoothed perfectly to 90-degree planes on the walls and the ceiling, but there is no decoration to be seen. On the other hand, the walls are lined with implements of destruction, weapons of various sorts and sizes, mostly sized for dwarven hands, but some are curiously larger than that. And it's all been fairly well organized. So different parts of the room are basically dedicated to different types of weapons. There's the spears, there's the swords, there are the crossbows.
This place brings up memories.
Lake immediately goes up to God, I can't say his name unless I'm looking at it. Olgaroth, and goes, "How the fuck are you?"
Lake, strange human, how are you?
Not a human, but I'm doing pretty good.
You're
He's a
human
strange
enough.
human.
You're human enough to make me want to kill you. That's, and who else is this? Grunash. Good to see you again. It's been like a year.
It has been too long. How have you been?
Same old shit, different corridors.
That figures. Get any more helping hands since?
Sorry, what?
Get any more helping hands since?
No, don't usually need helping hands. Was only stunt with the Adventurers Guild. Wanted to make Okar pay attention. Wanted the High Kingdom pay attention.
Well, I'm certainly paying attention now.
Yeah.
Not really. High King told me to go fuck myself. Was more polite, but still. So,
Yeah, but the Adventurers Guild is still trying to sort out the new leader now, so they might actually fix themselves.
Actually, the high leadership is still in place. They need a new regional manager for the eastern
Yeah.
Right, okay.
offices.
That's right. It still sucks.
But and you Aurelia,
Mm-hmm.
how are you doing?
Well, I, reclaimed my birthright and all that, so that's pretty good. Yeah,
good.
so good.
Now you have a whole audience to annoy, I'm sure.
Yes,
I
that is correct.
I look over at Lillian like I told you he was cool.
And so who is this?
This would be one of our new companions.
Yo, name's Lily. She goes to shake hands with him.
He does the sort of the big forearm grab.
Good. Fucking grab back.
Attempts apparently to shake your arm off.
I will not be stopped.
All right, let's make a contested strength roll.
I am watching in awe.
Yes!
Oh, if only
Okay,
if only this was me, I could show him how much more buff I've gotten.
So that is D20 with my strength modifier.
Yes.
Sure, it'll go great.
He does not dislocate your arm, but you are physically moved around the room by his shaking motion.
No, this is pretty great. I'm loving this.
So, what do you do?
Procure goods through less than legal means.
She also stabs people in the kidneys a bunch.
That too. Think I shot a giant in the dick?
You think?
Look, sometimes when you get as angry as I do, it's hard to remember.
Uh, so, well, usually it's a big target, you know. Easy
I
to
know,
tell.
right? Oh no, that's right. I shanked him in the gooch. That was
I see.
Not sure how you'd forget something like that, but okay.
I told you, it was blind rage. It's fine.
You certainly are the interesting one. And what about your old companions? Are they dead?
No. Hagar has a city he's running. Aurelia, not really.
Not
Serial
really.
got drunk and wandered off, I think.
Something happened where
Something like that
I'm
happened.
not sure myself.
Was Nako
I-
here
I-
when we were first here, or was that after? No, that was after Nako left. So I wouldn't have to bring up Nako.
Oh, with Serial, I was thinking that it would sort of be in character for her to just sort of leave in the night after that whole incident in the Feywild.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying Lake doesn't quite know. It's like she got drunk and left, maybe, I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen her in a while.
Oh well. I'm sure you're more than sufficient replacement. So, what brings you down into the darkness again?
Well, we have some heavy shit we're dealing with, and we need to find the Dark Elves.
Dark elves.
Yeah.
Shit. That is some deep stuff.
Effectively, we are looking for allies to deal with a threat that's underground.
And you want to talk to the Dark Elves to get help?
Listen,
No.
listen. They are leagues better than the alternative, and it does not matter how bad they are. Just trust us. They're leagues better than the alternative.
Yeah, I refuse to cut a deal with some fishy fuckers.
The fishy fuckers.
Well,
I don't know what it is that you are facing down there, but if you can speak to some of my people who stayed down there, maybe they could help you too. But
The more the merrier, I'd say.
yeah.
just well, the Dark Elves are from before my time. I am an old son of a bitch, but I am not so old that I was part of the Great Migration. By the way, do you folks know about that? The dwarves, they live underground for centuries. And then one of them breaks up to the surface. And
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh.
One of them breaks up to the surface and takes out Bobbin.
Oh no!
No, no.
Fuck!
They've been swallowed! I'm going to leave the roll 20 real quick and come back
That's fine.
in.
He's back.
He's not back for me, so I'm gonna leave the roll 20 real quick and come back in.
I told you there's a
Alright.
reconnect button under
Oh,
settings.
there's a reconnect button. I did not know that. I completely forgot that you had said something. So
Okay, I can hear
Okay.
him now.
all right,
Yep.
yes.
I can hear.
okay, so when did I cut out for you guys?
They
He's
leap
on the
out.
surface.
They break up to the surface and
Yeah, you left us hanging in the worst way possible.
Yeah, they broke up to the surface and instantly killed him for some reason.
yeah.
Then one day the dwarfs, they break onto the surface, they look around, they see, hey, look, holy shit, there is sunlight up here. There is life growing everywhere. No one can even control it all. Well, fuck the underground, let's live up here.
This place sucks so much less.
And so they did. Well, most of us did. A few of us were like, fuck that shit. Life is supposed to be hard. Let's stay down here. And so they
Sound like
did.
a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, I know, right? bunch of dumbasses thinks that they need to make life harder for themselves. Life is always hard. That's why you have to kill everything that you encounter and eat it.
Can't argue with that.
Well, maybe not everything, but you get the point.
Uh,
And everything that you don't
well-
eat that you...
Well, when he says that, Lake actually sort of starts playing with their necklace of dragon teeth.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
That is a thing.
For the ingredients that you guys gathered.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, I wanted dragon armor.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, shit.
No, fuck you. You already got your necklace or whatever.
Yeah,
No, my-
wow. Fuck. all
My
of
necklace
you.
does nothing except
I
look
actually
cool.
fight on the front line.
You don't fight on the front lines.
Yes, I do.
Every fight we've been in, you immediately retreat.
Because
during your
Grenache
first
wasn't
turn.
up in their face.
Anyway, what's the deal with the? Can we make a couple
Yeah.
sets of dragon armor?
Well, it was a young dragon, and of the bits you salvaged, not all of them were suitable for turning into plates of a piece of armor. So you will be able to make one medium or two light sets of armor
I
with
only
the pieces.
I only wear light. I don't think anybody wears medium in this party.
Wait, what do I wear?
I could
No, I
go
wear
medium, but it'd fuck my defense up.
Yeah, I wear light also.
Yeah,
so.
so that's a no-brainer. Let's make 2 sets of light, and I would please like one. My AC is 13. I get
Okay,
hit
but
real
you're-
easy.
But you're also the one character who's never in close combat.
Yeah, you are always up in the air.
Like
I have to get close to cast
wait,
blight.
also how your AC is 13, really?
13, yeah, 13, and that's because I have a magical doodad that raises it by 1.
You have 0 dexterity?
I have 0 dexterity, my dude.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Okay. Well, how much? What would this dragon armor do? How much armor would it give?
Yeah.
It would be effectively studded leather +1 with fire resistance.
So, I mean, it would. I feel like it makes more sense still to give it to the people who are more likely to be on, like, actually fighting up close, because it's only going to give you an extra +1.
No, it
And,
gives me a
like-
+2. No, you said studded leather? Yeah, it would actually only give me a +1.
Yeah, I feel like it makes more sense to stack the AC onto the people who are most likely to get hit, because, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it's up to them. Like, if somebody's willing to
Well, I don't think Grunash wants it, but I think the other 3 of us all do. And I would argue
All of
that
us.
since Lily and
All of us.
Aurelia are more likely to be combat. I mean, Aurelia is also not used to combat, but she does use her sword sometimes.
Well, one time.
Well, she'd used it before that. It just had been a long time.
I
But
mean, in Aurelia's defense, Lake has a lot more evasive abilities.
yeah, that's the other thing. Lake does have a ton of ways to get away, and also to be at really long
have-
distance where you can't even be hit sometimes.
I have one way to get away, but okay.
Well,
You
you're,
can fly, you
you're
also have
invisible in
invisibility.
almost every fight. In
Yeah.
almost every fight, like you can fly. You have multiple things that teleport you.
You also have Misty Step, yeah.
That's
mean, I have
that's the
Misty
one
Step
that's the
too,
one
but-
thing I meant.
But I'm saying,
I
like,
said.
the reaction, yeah.
This is no sorry, Yellow Cat losing her weapons.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I really feel like it makes more for.
Yeah, but like I haven't
Lily and
had
Aurelia
it.
to-
Every time a piece of armor comes up to that I actually would like, every time somebody's like, "Well, let's give it to somebody else," and it kind of feels like really shitty.
Wait, what? Sorry. When has this? I've never gotten armor.
Look, okay, the only reason I have the Iron Stone of Protection is because Grenache gave it to me, because you guys were like, let's give it to Grenache instead, even though I kind of really wanted it because my AC is really shitty.
Okay, sorry. So what you're saying right now is you've actually armor items than I have, and complaining about not getting any. Like I have
Whatever,
never had
whatever.
any.
Just, you can take it, whatever.
Well,
No,
I mean,
go
I've
ahead,
never
take
had-
it. I don't give a shit anymore. You can have it. Just go ahead. Just take
Okay,
it.
well now I feel like you're okay.
No, go
well
ahead.
now I feel like
Go
you're
ahead.
really upset. I don't really appreciate like how you're being about this. Like,
You know what? You know what? Fuck it. Both of you take it. I have other ways of mitigating damage anyway. I'm not gonna fucking lose any sleep over it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And you said fire resistance.
Mm-hmm. Fire resistance, and you get the additional armor.
Right.
Well, you could sharpen a new spear out of one of the dragon's femurs, but it wouldn't really be magical. It would just be a bone spear. That's hard enough to make up for the fact that it's made of bone.
Can't even get a +1 whatever out of it. Whatever. Okay.
Anything I can do with this sweet manticore stinger?
Well, manticores are not venomous, I believe.
Okay.
Are they not? No, they're not. Wow.
Huh.
They just have
A bit
really
weird.
asshole shooty spikes. They're not poisonous at all.
God, what was the point of taking these parts anyway then?
They look cool.
Selling them off at a minor profit.
Yeah, may as well do that then.
This is either that or a makeshift dagger.
So I was wondering, like, why do I... Okay.
Sorry, what?
Nothing, I was wondering, like, why is my stealth now +13 and my thieves tools also? I'm like, oh yeah, I leveled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, fuckers. +13 now.
That's what expertise gets you.
Speaking of them, I actually started AC 9.
Look at that. I got a 14 on a 1.
Damn. You fucker.
Fuck your passive perception.
No, like, literally, I don't think that my passive perception can beat that.
I've also got a +12 to investigation.
Mine matches.
Yeah, my passive perception's only 12. I literally, if Lily chooses to hide, I literally cannot see her with my passive.
Yeah. Unless you
I
make
can
an
only
effort.
I can only see her if she sucks at it.
And I've also got invisibility also, just
Yep.
stashed away.
Yep.
So that's 3 of this party who got that.
Look, I'm a fucking wizard rogue. All I have are support spells because why would I have offensive when I got backstab?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Like 3 of us have suggestion as well, so you know.
I don't, but I have charm person because I'm an idiot, but also I have Tasha's.
Oh no, we have 2 people with Tasha's.
Yep.
We can really fuck over encounters now.
Didn't
Yeah,
Aurelia
mine's
get
actually
rid of
swapped
theirs?
out.
I thought Aurelia got rid of theirs.
got rid of what?
Why would
Tasha's
Aurelia,
just laughed
why
at.
would Aurelia
Why would
ever
I get rid of that? That's
Tasha's?
literally the spell I use more than any.
Yeah, that's Aurelia's bread and butter.
Huh.
It's like
I
her
know there was one
signature
she got
spell.
rid of. I don't remember what it was.
I've gotten rid of other stuff. Like I got rid of
Yeah, I should
Fairy
have
Fire a while ago.
swapped out one of my spells, but
Oh, you got rid of Fairy
Honestly,
Fire?
I've got some-
Okay.
Well, I just was never using it. Was the problem?
Oh, fair
Like,
enough. Because then I still have it, which is good. In case we run into something else that's invisible that other than me.
Yeah,
Also,
I've got
next level,
plenty
get
of
a new cantrip,
spells that I could do with dumping, honestly, but whatever. I'll hold off on that because I can only switch out one per level.
Mm-hmm. All right, so back in the present, Olgaroth tells you guys, well, you are in good luck because you come to me. These caverns here, they go all across the Dwarven lands, and they go back to the tunnels we built when we needed to get out of the Underdark. They'll get you in, and they'll get you in near where the Duergar still live.
That's neat.
Now, as for the other things down there, I'm not too familiar with most of them. I don't go down that deep, and there's no point. But
So I would presume the Duergar would know more than any of us was down there.
well, yeah, those idiots live down there. So you talk to them, convince them to show you around or something. And I tell you what, I can at least take you down that far. You see what's... I've never been down that far. I only know because of maps.
Cool,
Should
it's a
be an
little field
interesting
trip for
journey then.
everybody. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah. Yes.
Hopefully it doesn't end up like the
Horrible.
last one we did.
Horrible, horrible field trip. Will we learn why all the dwarves left? Come on, let's go.
Yay. Field trip
Oh
for
boy,
death.
field trip.
Hooray.
Is the reason anything to do with why we were here last time?
No. You were here the last time to take care of traps and disgusting things left behind by war with Okar.
Yeah, and then I remember a giant set of teeth and running from them.
Oh yeah, the purple worm. That's another way the tunnels come. They're one of the main reasons there are tunnels down that deep. Is because those giant-ass things came out of the mother tree and started burrowing around, eating everything in their path. Stone, people, mushrooms, buildings.
Oh, hopefully you don't run into more of those again.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's go.
Yeah, we've killed a dragon. I'm sure we can take a worm.
It was a young dragon.
Shh, we killed a dragon.
It's fine, we're going on a field trip.
Yeah, we're going
Sucks to be all y'all. My mom packed me Lunchables.
Oh, did you get pizza or did you get nachos?
I instead got the shitty crackers and cheese.
Oh no, your mom doesn't love you that much then.
So I have a question for Aurelia.
Mm-hmm.
Does Errol stay at home or does he go with you?
I mean, does he want to come? I'll let him come if he wants. He's intelligent enough to make his own decision.
I mean, much as I joke, he seemed pretty attached to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Well,
happy to bring him.
Well, when you explain the situation, Errol, who is currently lazing in a sunbeam, looks up at the sun, flaps his wings. You feel a sense of contentment come from him, and he turns over and starts napping.
Like a
my
cat.
Belly rubs.
He is a cat, Jesus Christ.
Lake
I
is
give him
leaving
some belly
Bastion at
rubs.
home because the dark tunnels is no place for a dog.
Uh,
I still hate that you have
Arrow
a
will
dog
take
name.
care of her.
Still hate that your dog is named Bastion.
It used to be a mouse. And
No,
also a boy.
Because a very good friend of mine, her dog is named Bastion.
I mean, to be fair, Bastion didn't start out as a dog or a girl.
Indeed.
Actually, is there anyone in this group who doesn't have dark vision?
I have super dark vision, actually. I can see in magical darkness too now. It's
Yeah.
great.
I don't think that was really the question. Yeah, no, I
Does
think we all got
Grenache?
dark vision.
Yeah, half
Dark
orcs
vision
have
60
dark
feet.
vision.
Oh yeah, so all of us have it. Fuck.
Yeah, it's funny how dark vision is basically just exists to fuck
Fuck,
humans.
yeah, fuck humans over.
Basically,
And,
not just dark vision. There, everything exists to fuck humans in this setting.
and humans. And halflings.
And
Sorry.
halflings.
halflings,
Yeah, halflings also don't have
Halflings.
it. But I think literally every other race has it, so.
Not dragonborn.
Oh, not Dragonborn.
Weird.
Weird.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
No, they're not real anyway.
I mean, we dealt with Dragonborn.
I think
They're
those are just
extremely
humans.
I mean,
real.
not traditional Dragonborn, but we dealt with Dragonborn.
I didn't see a single one of them shout at me, so
Fucking hell.
All right. Well, it actually takes you quite a while to make your way out of the worked tunnels of the dwarves. Not only have they carved out basically passages and rooms and bulwarks and homes just directly beneath the surface. Like as soon as the bedrock begins, they build like a couple feet under that. But the main entrance to the Underdark from the Dwarven lands, Ogaroth teleports you to that entrance when you start out, because like there is an established sort of trade route down into the dark from the Dwarven lands. Like they may have left the place, but they still there's still stuff worth purchasing from the underground races, and particularly their own underground kin.
Out of curiosity, how wide are the Dwarven tunnels?
Wide enough for two carts to pass each other.
Okay.
And the entrance itself is actually very worked, very carved. And as you pass through, Ogaroth points out several of the frescoes and bas-reliefs that depict great moments in Dwarven history. And as he talks about them, you realize a lot of what he's talking about has to do with the Dwarven paragons, the ancestors that they seem to revere instead of worshiping gods.
hang on a second.
I came up with it first. Dragon Age stole from me.
Okay, fair enough.
Seriously,
Oh, fucking great.
my campaign predates Dragon Age.
Wow. that's pretty
Dragon
old.
Age ain't got shit on you.
But yeah, so he goes through some of the more famous Dwarven paragons, or whatever name I used for it. Let me just look this up quick. Oh yeah, here it is. Dwelfshire was the original dwarf who broke through to the surface and brought his kin with him. And the legends that Ulgaroth describes about him make it very clear that whatever was true about this dwarf has been lost to history, because this is all just straight up tall tales now. And then there's Orvlock, the paragon of the homestead. Pendor, paragon of forgery. and Olgaroth, the paragon of mining.
Hey!
I didn't know you were a god.
No. Named that. It's not a god. I was named after Olgaroth. I come from a mining clan. So it was kind of shock to parents when I decided to become a wizard.
Well, good for you.
Yes. Parents are bullshit.
Well,
Um,
mine are pretty all right.
given the experience I've had with my two, agreed.
Wow, what is
Given
y'all?
my experience with my one,
Take that, mom. You're an
Mom
asshole for
left me.
dying.
Mom left me when I was 6. God damn it! I'm
How
allowed
could
to
you
be
so selfish as
I'm
to
allowed
die?
to be a little fucking bitter about that.
My parents are pretty cool though.
But yeah. So in dwarven culture, the clan that you are born into, if you are a man, you go to the to your father's clan. If you are a woman, you go to your mother's clan. You do their job. Me, I was no good at mining, so I studied books and I became a wizard. After giving my parents the middle finger.
I mean, understandably, magic's way cooler than mining ever will be anyway.
Yeah.
Wizard buddies.
I mean, you're talking to a group of 4 people who can all use magic, so I'm pretty sure we all agree with
To
you.
be fair, I can use magic because I stole a book.
Shh. I only use magic because I made an ancient pact with an unknown otherworldly being. It's okay.
Still less shady than stealing a book.
Is
Mother
it?
Tree is not unknown and not unworldly.
The mother tree is the opposite of that, actually.
Shush,
Well
shush,
known
shush,
and
shush.
very worldly.
Point is,
Got a book.
All right. But as you continue further down, and this does take a while, like, you spend days on this, just this initial descent into the Underdark. Like, there are established way stations for traveling dwarves carved into the rocks next to the tunnel.
Finally, way station, so I can know how much my cart weighs.
Wrong way.
Fuck.
We're going the wrong way. Oh, fuck.
It's great. Actually, they closed down all the way stations in Rhode Island.
I think they've closed down all the way stations everywhere. They've got some
Yeah.
other way to tax trucks these
Well,
days.
Yeah, in my state, it's $20 if you're exiting the state. For trucks.
Right.
anyway.
But yeah, as time goes on, the carvings start to disappear, but the straight lines and the perfect corners remain for several days. That's only after you leave the last official way station behind that the working of the tunnel starts to get rough. And you start to see some of the natural caverns that must have been here before the dwarves got to them. And after you go down further than that, well, actually, the caverns start opening up. And at the same time, you see why the caverns are opening up.
Oh, that's pretty.
Whoa,
This is both rad and I fucking hate it. This is too much space.
Yes, your surroundings have suddenly become a lot more natural. You see parts of roots, unimaginably huge roots, that are just sort of wending their way through the caverns, supporting the roofs, or creating the base that you walk on. And everywhere, just about everywhere around you, on the tree, on the on the smaller roots that come out of it, on the ground itself, are mushrooms, fungus of every description and size. Some of them glow, others don't. Olgaroth cautions you to avoid the glowing mushrooms because they tend to kill people.
Okay.
Duly noted.
That is the purpose of their glowing.
Wait, like they just like when you eat them, or just in general?
No, the bioluminescence is to draw creatures in.
Yes.
Think like an anglerfish.
Olgaroth points to Lily, nods, and before an hour goes past, you hear a puff, and you see some sort of crawling lizard thing that seems to have climbed up into the glowing fins of one of the larger mushrooms and seems to be slowly being sucked inside of it.
Ugh.
All right.
Ah,
Okay.
I hate it.
I do want to say that, like, at several opportunities where Lake can actually touch just like bare bark of the roots, they are going to, just because this is like the closest they've probably been since their like warlock trial thing that I came up with.
Initiation,
Yes.
Yeah.
that would work.
Yeah.
While he does that, I do inquire that. So is this actually connected to this mother tree?
Would I even know that?
Lake,
Okay.
Lake, when you touch one of the roots, it feels warm. A comforting warmth, like being close to someone warm.
Okay, go
When
ahead.
anyone else touches the root, it feels cold. The temperature a root normally would feel.
When Grunash asks that, I go, definitely yes.
Okay, at least we're definitely on the right track then.
I don't see the big deal. It feels like a fucking tree.
Trust me.
So more time passes. You don't really encounter anything dangerous out here. And
This is
it's
bullshit. I was promised danger.
well, it is fairly clear why. Because even though you are past the boundary of dwarven tunneling, you're not past the boundary of dwarven patrols.
Oh, okay.
There are armed caravans that have been passing by in both directions, and individual patrols as well. Just making sure that the pathways are clear for commerce.
Understandable. Some things don't change above or below ground, I see.
Well, goods are no good if the people are killed and everything is eaten.
Completely agree.
Yeah, I mean,
And they're good for somebody, I'm sure.
yeah.
Not good for us. And that's all we care
You're
about.
right.
That's
And so
selfish.
you spend a fairly considerable time going through the mushroom forest. But it is fairly uneventful until slowly you notice that the temperature keeps going up every day. Initially, the temperature had cooled off fairly well after you went underground. It's fairly steady, somewhat chilly, but not uncomfortable. And that seemed to be fairly universal throughout your underground trip. But the temperature slowly starts to rise as you approach what Ulgaroth calls Cinderstone. And eventually you reach a point where you are able to see why it's called that.
Ah, it's Mordor.
I hate it. It's too warm. I hate it.
You hate everything.
No,
I mean, to be
I like
fair,
stealing.
this looks like a very hot kind of water, so I understand you hating it this time.
As Ulgaroth explains, the one of the reasons that the Duergar never left is because they had a good thing going on down here. Their buildings have tapped into the side of a hotspot, as he calls it. You don't quite follow all of the technical terminology he lays down on you, but the upside is that apparently there is some sort of liquid stone on the other side of those terrifyingly huge walls, and the Duergar make use of it by pouring it out into molds and forming it into basically anything they want. And it's hot and it's dangerous, and more than a little magma ends up seeping out into the flow beneath their buildings. But they aren't dead yet, and that's considered a very high accomplishment in underground dwarves appraisal.
Yeah, they're
I
dwarves,
am
all right.
suddenly glad we don't have Hagar or Serial here because they would want to touch it, and I would have to play parent again. I know Hagar would. For a fact, I know Hagar would want to touch this shit.
No, I'm just saying all of this sounds distinctly dwarven.
But the roads are far, far above the level of the magma. But nevertheless, you feel extremely hot as you walk across.
I hate it.
Yeah, this actually
Yeah.
sucks more than the desert.
Actually,
Yeah,
those
I
of
can-
you in fire-resistant armor
Oh yeah, that's right.
aren't very affected by
I
that heat.
regret giving it up already.
Yeah.
The heat is still uncomfortable, but somehow the fire or the red dragon plates are keeping you from having to break a sweat.
Oh,
I forget how much damage does lava deal. It's like 20d6 or something like that.
From full immersion, yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's test that.
No, let's not. Okay, yeah,
No.
let's toss you overboard. Let's do it, Elia. Let's go.
Just gonna keep.
No, I'm too magical. I wouldn't be a good test subject. But Lake, on the other hand,
I can fly. You know this, right? If you tried throwing me over, I'll just fly back.
Yeah, fuck all y'all. I got boots of levitation.
I'm not throwing Grunash over there. I like him too much. We need to go back and we need to find Hagar. We need to test this out.
Just gonna keep casting prestidigitation to
if
make
you
it
would
feel like
throw
there's a
your own
breeze on
father
me.
into the lava.
He's not my father. He's even less of a father than my actual father.
Just gonna keep on casting prestidigitation. That sweet breeze feeling.
The architecture around here, from what you can tell, is very brutalistic, very functional over form. And so while there is some slight decoration to some of the buildings around here, just about every angle every window, even every floor of the city that you enter serves a purpose. From the glow of the magma below, you can tell that the dwarves who live here seem to have sort of a grayish skin tone. Like, it's hard to be precise with the reddish glow, but there's definitely less color, less life in them than there is in Ulgaroth next to you. And this does seem to extend to their habits as well. They don't seem to be interested in doing anything aside from working, sleeping, or eating.
These guys suck.
Yeah, like seriously, there's more to life than that, dudes.
Yeah. Like I said, they like it when life is hard. I guess singing would be too easy for them.
I guess.
God, heaven forbid they crack a smile.
First, they will have to see heaven.
Well, down here that isn't happening.
I think they're seeing more of the other place.
They choose to live in it, let's be
I mean,
real.
fair enough.
Okay, moving on.
Well, this is my first trip down here, so I don't know who to talk to either. I suggest whoever is good at the talking should be doing it.
Sure.
So yeah, Aurelia definitely, because as good as my persuasion bonus is, hers is better.
What's
do any of us know Dwarven?
Oh shit!
Oh wait.
Oh, but we
that's a
do have
problem.
tongues though. We do have tongues, don't we?
We do?
I thought you had it. I thought you took it. No, that's right. You were thinking of taking it.
No, I still don't have it. Although maybe I should have gotten it this level, but I forgot. So
Well, you do have Ulgaroth.
yeah, exactly. So we're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, weird that there's a dwarf in our party who can speak dwarven.
Yeah, but he just said he didn't want to be the one talking. So
I mean, he can
He
translate at least.
He can be a mouthpiece, yeah.
yeah.
He's just not very good at it.
Yeah, all right. Okay. So, do we see anyone like obvious to talk to? Like,
I'm
Not
guessing that'd be
just-
perception.
Not really just out on the street.
okay, can we ask someone out on the street who's in charge?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do I have to roll something for that, or
No.
okay?
In this case, actually, you can find someone who's relatively helpful at the trade depot, which in efficiency fashion is basically this one sort of stone hut that's right next to the road into town.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they don't seem like the sort to fuck with you.
Very straight as an arrow.
So the person who seems to be manning the station doesn't speak common. After all, not much more than dwarves coming through this area. But
All right.
with Ulgaroth acting as translator, the person explains that the person in charge of the city is referred to as the chief foreman,
Okay.
or chief forewoman when it happens to be a woman. And however, they are mostly concerned with making sure everything within the city runs smoothly. In terms of foreign relations, aside from this person in the trade station, there's really only one person in town who specializes in that sort of thing. And her job title is chief relations specialist.
That's
Straight to the
straightforward.
point.
Okay, let's speak to the chief relations specialist then.
Yes. Good idea.
Well, it turns out the Duergar are efficient in this way too, because her office is 2 doors down.
No.
Nice.
I have to admit, they got a good eye for efficiency around here. Certainly more than the cities above.
Yeah. Wonder at what cost, though.
Yeah,
At what
There's that.
cost?
The office is smaller since she usually has fewer guests at once. And as such, she is manning the front desk herself.
A womaning, please.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
I say front desk, but there's really just the one.
I mean, it is the desk that is in front, so I mean...
Yeah, it's fair to say that, yeah.
And no matter how you hash it, it's also the frontmost desk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also the backmost desk.
Well, she seems intrigued when you step into her office. After all, you include some races that she has probably never seen before.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, in any setting, we look like a ragtag bunch of idiots.
hey, you're not wrong.
Because you got a half-elf, half... whatever Lake is,
Angel.
half-orc, and a full goblin.
You're not half angel. You're mostly human. You're just a little bit angel. The angel part is very
In
prominent.
It's like the
any
tiefling,
other-
there's some angel blood in there.
Any other setting, I would be like half angel, but
actually.
No, that's not how. They
Yeah,
work.
actually, yeah, Asimar are like
It's like
quarter
tieflings.
angel or less.
no.
Yeah, it's
Either way.
tiefling rules. It's you got a drop of that blood in you, and that's what matters.
Yeah, it's just powerful. Like I said, I wasn't being a jerk. I'm literally saying like it's just more powerful than normal blood, so it has more of an effect, even though there's only a little bit of it.
Genetics
Right.
are weird.
Especially fantasy genetics.
It's fine. I'm a full goblin, unlike you losers.
It's very rude.
Anyway. So, Olgaroth looks to you because he's still not quite sure what all you want. So you're going to have to say it.
I guess the general message we want to... General two questions we got is, where do we find the Dark Elves, and would any of them be interested in trying to save the world?
Well, I'll
you could
start
say
with,
escorting us. Don't get grandiose right away.
I'll start with the pleasantries and then explain that we are merely passing through your wonderful kingdom, etc., or maybe not kingdom, your wonderful domain.
As you continue the pleasantries, the
Wait, they probably don't care for pleasantries, do they?
They want you to get straight to the point.
as you start into the pleasantries, her eyes narrow as you're wasting your time.
I'm very sorry. To get straight to the point, we're just passing through. We would like to find the dark elves, neighbors of yours, I suppose.
I feel like Neighbors is stretching it real hard.
Yeah.
Well, Olgaroth listens to her response and then turns to you. Doesn't sound like the Dark Elves are very popular around here.
Yeah, weird
Appar-
that.
Yeah.
Apparently, they have this habit of killing anybody who gets too close to their settlements.
Well, we will. In that
Have
case,
some
we'll
fun.
probably end up fighting them. So
No,
You know, that's a
no.
win
We've
for
got to
you.
pass, and then I hold out my stick.
Okay. Well, apparently we've got a pass.
Just a stick.
I don't know
It's
what
a
that
stick.
means, but-
It's a piece of the mother tree.
I will.
Looks like a stick to me.
Yeah.
I will tell her not to worry about it. And he turns back. They exchange some words, and well, the polite way to put it is good for you. But she does not know why you come to her.
We need to know where they are and if they would kindly like provide maybe if not an escort, then at least directions.
A map would be helpful if they
Yes.
have anything on hand like it.
All right,
Map would actually be handy, yeah.
he turns back, talks some more, looks to you, says, all right. She says they have map. It won't help once you get to the dark elf areas because they can't go too far past that, but apparently there are other races along the way that you might be able to speak to, might be able to help you more. This is what I am guessing. She only said that they are there. But it is going to be quite a journey. But she will need something in exchange for map.
I mean, we got money.
Yeah. I got the impression that gold is not worth as much down here as it is on the surface.
It might be more common, perhaps, down here.
Yeah.
But she does seem very interested in your stick.
No, she cannot have it.
I figure,
so selfish.
but well, you must have other stuff from surface that you maybe do not need right now.
Oh yeah, okay.
She interested in a manticore stinger.
Do I have interesting?
Well, you pull it out, you put it on the table. She gives it a considered appraisal before handing it back and shaking her head.
Damn.
I hand her my pan flute, which I have, but I'm not proficient in.
Feel like that ain't worth dick.
I'm pretty sure it's not worth dick, but you know, she was interested in a stick, so she might be interested in something else made out of wood.
Well, she looks it over. She tests the bindings that hold the different reeds together, looks at their lengths, holds them up, says something. Olgrath says, she does not know why you tied them together like that, but they could be useful as measuring sticks.
I mean, fair enough. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
she's not interested in the musical aspect of it. So I'll
I'm not sure. I'm not sure she knows that they can make music.
I hold my hand out like politely just to like ask if I could just like have it back for just a second. And then if she hands it back, I will like blow into it. Just I'm not great at it. I'm not actually proficient in the pan flute, but I mean it makes music.
Gotta roll that performance.
Yeah, go ahead. That would be performance.
Yeah.
Let
I'm
the
at-
music flow through you.
I mean, performance is actually one of the things I'm actually good at incidentally because I have a +5 in charisma, so you know. Hey, I actually play it pretty well.
No, you play it poorly, but you dance so well as you play it that she does.
Yes.
You put on a good show, and that's what matters.
Yes.
Yes. Unfortunately, you've thrown pearls before swine.
I mean, I was just showing her that it could be used
You
for magic.
forget-
I don't care if she uses them for measuring sticks. I don't care what she does with the pan flute after she has the pan flute. It's her pan flute
late.
now.
Okay, let me look at my list of shit that I bought at the beginning of the game and have never used. I probably have something that would be of interest to them.
Yeah, I just pull out from my pack some hempen
'Cause,
ropes
like,
that I
All the
Actually,
Barely
you know what?
used.
I could give them my spare loot because I have the DOS loot now anyway.
yeah.
Wait, would they? We just associate with music. Maybe they'd have a different purpose, a different
Yeah.
use for it. I don't know.
I mean, like I said,
Um,
she can have the pan flute if she wants as measuring sticks. I don't give a shit.
Let's see. What else do I have? What would they find interesting?
When you hand over
Does she want a rope?
Well, first of all, when you hand over the lute, she looks it over. She touches some of the strings, and when they make noise, she has no idea why. But she ends up smacking the bowl of the lute against the table, and after it cracks, she hands it back and says, "Too fragile."
Mm.
Imagine if you handed her the DOS lute.
Well, no, I wouldn't do that.
Luckily, magic items are not that fragile.
Oh, you know what? I have thieves' tools that I can just like give up because even though I'm proficient in them, we have a better thief now.
Yeah, weird that. I wonder who that is.
I know, right? That's so weird. Yeah,
I
However-
13 on my thieves' tools.
However, when you hand over the rope after that,
Oh, okay.
she does
nice.
seem somewhat impressed by it. Olgaroth mentions that this is actually something they regularly trade with the Duergar because mushrooms don't really make strong fibers. They kind of fall apart when you pull on them.
Knowing that, I offer my set of hemp rope as well.
I need my fucking rope.
Well, hold on.
Maybe we...
You're more than she like. That's not how you negotiate.
Hey,
But yeah, apparently
I've got my use for it.
what they make down here is mostly chains, and while they're good because of being fairly fireproof, the lightness of hemp rope helps in certain situations.
Also,
That
yeah,
makes
rope
sense.
is a bit more flexible.
But yeah, she accepts the pan flute and 2 loops or 2 lengths of hemp rope.
I was gonna say 2 halves of a loot.
It's only cracked.
I didn't have to give anything up.
Yeah. Oh, you're buying something for the party anyway. So, yeah, she steps over to a file cabinet, essentially, searches through it, finds what's probably a copy of the master map that they have of their surroundings, and hands it over.
Cool.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And you may be mildly surprised to learn that the Duergar do understand where north is. Because
Magnetic north.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it doesn't really work near the lava, but away from it, they've got metal or compasses that can find magnetic north. And so you see that you do have something of a journey ahead of you. And Olgaroth helps out by writing down names in common underneath the dwarven captions on the map. But apparently there is probably weeks more of travel ahead of you. But before then, you could, at least, encounter gnomes. At least one community is actively trading with the Duergar. And looks like there's a community of the Kotoa off to the east of the main route
Probably
To
best
the,
to avoid them.
to the elves. and other stuff that I will make up when I have more time to
Some free
prepare.
time.
All right.
That's fair.
There's this thing that I have planned, and this thing I have planned, and then there's some stuff that I need
Points
to
to
roll
a
up
fuzzy
on
object on the page.
that I have planned.
Exactly.
Well, out of the options presented, I think maybe the gnomes would be a good start.
Yeah, the gnomes would probably be a good idea to start with, considering the last time we ran into the fish guys, things didn't end too well.
I mean, at the time they were probably mind controlled and everything,
Uh,
and there was the funny moment where Sariel lost all of the weapons to one of them.
yeah, there
Two
was
of them.
there was that funny moment. when-
But yeah, we haven't had a good history with them, so I think maybe the gnomes is a better choice.
I mean, I speak
Also-
Gnomish, so
Which will also help.
Yeah, we don't fish weird, freaky fish guys. I remember
No.
that's
that
a little
much.
racist.
No, I remember that much. We don't speak their fucking language. They were trying
Right,
to
but
talk
I
to
mean,
us.
You called them freaky fish. That's unnecessary. It's a little racist.
And they're pretty gross.
I mean, yes, but like
Fish are awful.
you don't have to say it like that.
I suppose it's at least in Nosahagwin.
Oh, right, they're different from those ones. That's
Yeah.
true. No, now I'm the racist.
Oh no!
Yes!
All right, but I believe that calls it for the session.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay.
Hey, do we level up? No, I know we don't.
Tempting as it may be.
We finished the session making Aurelia a racist.
I mean, I'm the one who made the joke. So that means it's not actually racist. Good night.
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
Da 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 da.